Why, Lord? Why do you have to give me a manager that chats more crap than any Aluko? He chats more crap than that come out of my system this morning. He chats more crap than any politician. My manager told me at the beginning of this game, we need to come out the traps because Newcastle will. And I'm supposed to believe him. When does this guy ever come out the traps? I reckon his missus is in the bed right now, in lingerie, waiting for Tommy Boy to come back. And it will take him about 2 hours to get ready. She'll be sitting there with lipstick on, hair did, pink lingerie, candles, champagne, everything. But he'd be downstairs boiling the kettle because he thought that she wanted a cup of tea. Waiting, prolonging it. By the time he goes upstairs and says, "Darling, I'm ready," she's asleep. She don't want it no more. She's done. She's texted her next man because he's on his way. But Thomas is downstairs making a bovril. This is the sort of simple PE teacher character guy that we've got, man. We've got a manager that sticks up for an idiot as a captain. Any manager within their right mind would have made sure that Christian Romero is not reliable, not fit for purpose, wants to leave. He's ousting the board. And rightly so, but he's not. Is he doing it to appease the fans? No. He's doing it to get a move to Spain. He has a go at the fans. But this is our captain. And you stick by him. Because you're a little wimp. Everything in a business, it doesn't matter whether it's a football club, whether it's a business that you work for, a business that you run yourself. Shit travels downwards. So if you ain't a good owner of a club or you ain't a good manager, the likelihood is you ain't going to get good results below you. Shit travels downwards. And everybody's wondering why we're in a relegation fight at the minute. Because we've got a shit board, we've got a shit manager, and shit travels downwards, and we wonder why we can't fucking get results on the pitch. I had an argument with a woman in a WhatsApp group the other day because she was overly happy and wanted to give respect to the players and Thomas Frank for what we did at Man City. And I kept telling her, what, you think it's all right to go 2-0 down? You're right, you think it's all right to commend players for consistently going 1-0 down, 2-0 down? What do you think this is? We still got Tottenham fans that have banter. They're still out here going, ha ha ha. Imagine if we finish 17th and win the Champions League. Are you fucking dumb? Win the Champions League. We can't even win a fucking game. 2026, I ain't seen my team win a game. 8 games on the bounce. We ain't won a game. And not only that, we're playing teams that are in a similar state to us that ain't winning games, and we're handing them fucking victories. Aston Villa couldn't win a game. We give them a game, they go into a title race. Fair enough, that's flopped on its head, but they're going to get Champions League football because we gave them some juice. Newcastle, everyone was talking about whoever loses this game is going to find themselves in some trouble. We give them the result. Bournemouth couldn't win a game. They went 8 games unbeaten, without a win, sorry. They come to Tottenham, all of a sudden they've beat Liverpool. They've just beat Everton. Why can't we sort ourselves out? If I was a doctor and I had a bad leg or a bad arm or a bad chest, I would know exactly what to sort myself out. Why are we Dr. Tottenham, but we can't give ourselves a fucking remedy? Why? because we've got a manager that looks like a flipping woman. And we're wondering why we're getting results like this. No offence to women. You know, I know women that are more manly than this guy. How are we going to get results here when we've got a guy that... he doesn't even motivate me. So how... imagine if I was a Tottenham player being in that flipping dressing room. You ain't going to motivate me. How are you going to tell me, oh, we need to do well? This guy is never going to tell us how to play well, how to press, how to be on the front foot. Why? Because he waits till we're losing. Is this guy doing it on purpose? This can't be real. Is everyone at Tottenham doing this on purpose? Is this a joke? Am I, like, waking up and seeing this stuff? I don't know a Tottenham fan that gets, like, that can understand what's going on. But I say that, but then, actually, to think about it, I know a lot of Tottenham fans that are all right with this. They'll sit there and say, oh, it's the board. They'll say it's the players. I can understand that to a degree. But it's like, you're not setting up the players properly. There's a reason why we take ourselves into a first half. There's no motivation. There's nothing going on. And then we're always 1 or 2-0 down. And then it gets to the point where we come out the second half. But that ain't the manager giving them a rollicking. That's the players going, right, we ain't listening to you. And if you don't believe me, why is it that Romero goes up and scores goals on his own? Why is it that Van de Ven does that? Why is it that this guy brings on Matthias Tell hoping that he can save him his job when you're not putting him in Champions League squads? What's Matthias Tell done wrong? I'm not saying he played brilliantly today, but he made a difference. He's the most natural left winger we've got, and we decide we're going to play Xavi Simons out there, and then when Odegaard comes off, we put Conor Gallagher on the right. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand. It feels like I'm the only person that sees this stuff. I've got friends that support Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, Villa, Chelsea, that say, I have conversations with them. Half of them hate Tottenham, but we have conversations like this about Thomas Frank. But how is it that owners of this club cannot see it? How is it that Thomas Frank don't get it? How can you be a Premier League manager of top level, getting paid all this money, and you don't think for a second you might have to adapt? So, some things in life are just simple. Do you get what I'm saying? Put it this way. If I go out with my friends, yeah, and we go out on a night out, for instance, yeah, and I find myself not really talking to any women at the beginning of the night, but by the end of the night, I'm talking to loads of women. And I think to myself, why is it at the second half of the night? Probably because I've had a few beers. Moral of the story, Jacob, when he has a few beers, becomes successful. So what would I do going forward? Make sure that I have a few beers before I even step out the door. So then I start my night successful. And then I might get more women to speak to. I might have a better success rate. How is it that this guy, oh mate, since end of November, you start games. And it's not I don't care what no one says. The players ain't motivated by these guys. I just think it gets to the point where all the players are like, I can't believe this geezer's still got a job. We've tried to play bad. We've tried to play well. No matter what, we're not getting results. But I wake up in the morning and Thomas is Frank, hi guys, we're in training. This is what we're going to do. This guy, the only thing he's good for is talking to the media. I don't want a manager like that. I want someone like Jurgen Klopp, Alex Ferguson. Don't want to talk to the media. Can't stand them. Thinks they're all idiots. Wants to play mind games with the media. To the point where the media won't ask these gaffers questions that they're not going to answer. Alex Ferguson would turn around and go, nah, I ain't answering that. Guardiola, I ain't answering that. You ask Mourinho a question to make him look foolish, he'll make you look foolish. Pochettino would come across nice, but at the same time, he'd sit there and go, no, you're wrong there. This is the reason why the Tottenham fans are singing his name. We've just got a little div. Thomas Frank is one of those guys that if my sister come to me and said, meet my new man. I said, all right, then cool sis, bring him in. Thomas Frank would walk in my yard and within 2 minutes I'd be like, right, I've got to educate my sister and say, this guy ain't the one. The way he'd shake your hand and then he's sitting there flicking his hair. And I'm like, all right, what intentions have you got for my sister? Oh, well, you know, there's things that are nice. This is nice. This is nice. And if I said to him, what do you know about my sister? And he doesn't answer. But I'm like, do you know this about my sister? And it's something so glaringly obvious. Then I'll be like, wait, sis, not being funny. He's not the right guy for you. If you don't agree with me, cool. How does this manager not know about Christian Romero? I know Man United fans, Liverpool fans, that know that Christian Romero is the most prolific when it comes to red cards and yellow cards and suspensions. But our manager don't know that. But people want to come to me in podcasts and WhatsApp groups and say, give him time. For what? West Ham are 3 points behind us. And I did a video, so if you don't believe me, there's proof. Watch the video and you'll understand that I said to you when West Ham were 13 points behind us, we're creeping and sleepwalking into a relegation scrap. And everybody ridiculed me. I had people at work ridiculing me. I had my friends ridiculing me. I had Tottenham fans ridiculing me, telling me it's the players, or Thomas Frank, give him time, or yeah. We were 13 points in front of West Ham, and this board that I'm supposed to trust are taking Thomas Frank out for dinner and drinks. And Thomas Frank is coming out saying that this is a brilliant conversation. Fuck the lot of you, man. Fuck you. This is my club. I want to go and watch Tottenham. I want to buy the merchandise. But I'm doing my bit because I'm going against what people want for me and my badge. I've had enough, man. I've had enough. And if it means I ain't got to spend money, cool. I'm setting the precedent because you get a load of people that spend money and do all this stuff. You got people doing protests but then go and watch the game 10 minutes later. What are you doing? Don't spend your money. I'm so thankful that I saw gaps in them seats. I saw enough people that ain't turned up to the games. People booing. People saying they're not had enough. People need to realise if you were there today, don't turn up yourself. People keep not turning up because that's when these idiots up top will realise and understand. I can't do this anymore. If Thomas Frank ain't gone in the next 3 days, mark my words, it's going to be an Arsenal 6-0. It's going to be one of those ones where Arsenal batter us so much here that they're the reason we're in the relegation. We get relegated. My thing is, go and get me a manager. We haven't got the FA Cup this week because again we played a game where we said, oh, we're not going to do anything for the first half because don't worry, we come back in the second half. Got knocked out the FA Cup, so we ain't got that. The owners have got enough time now to go and get rid of this manager. I don't want to see no interims. Go and get me someone that you see that can save us and push us forward next season. Go and get me an Areola. You think that Areola won't come? Double his wages or triple his wages, Areola comes today. But they won't do it. We'll end up having Heitinger in a North London derby. It's giving me Ryan Mason vibes when we played Man City in an FA Cup final. These owners don't care about nothing but money. So if they don't care about the money, don't turn up, don't pay for tickets, don't give them money, don't pay for kits, don't turn up. Everybody that knows me, man, knows I am hard when it comes to Tottenham. It's hard for me to not go to games. I don't buy kits. If I showed you the kits that I've got now, so when I go on podcasts, they see my light blue shirt that I wore, the Gareth Bale kit. They'll see my dark blue and gold one, the Dele Alli kit. They'll see my seatbelt kit. Why? Because those are the last times I believed that Tottenham could do well. But even then I was blindsided because realistically, the luck that we had is we had a manager in Pochettino, we had a manager in Harry Redknapp that even though these owners didn't give a fuck, they managed to pull out results. And if the owners gave a fuck with these managers, we would have won stuff by now. But no. The most important thing ain't about winning because you've got fucking Beyonce twerking, you got Anthony Joshua banging stuff out, and you got Wizkid's afro beating. Fuck the owners, fuck this manager, fuck half the players, and until you sort this out, fuck giving you my money.